How's it going, guys? I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Welcome back to this week's DragonFable release video, and this week we have a pretty small release. Okay, so we have the Reimagined release, A Brief Respite. Book 2 Reimagined continues with the conclusion of the Rift War and the sun high in the sky. There's nothing left to do but rest and recover with your new friends and hear their harrowing tale of escape. It's time for a brief respite. So previously you defeated the Fire General. Now we have a little break, as the name suggests. So let's see what we have here. Okay, the Attilans inside of some sort of inn, it seems. And is that it? There you go, 6 pints of Moglin Berry Juice and a bowl for Destroyer. Let me or Spruce know if you need anything else, okay? Although it might be a while before we can get back to you. It's never been so packed. Thank you, Serenity. Good luck with everything. What exactly is a Moglin Berry? It's, well, now that you mention it, I'm not entirely sure, but I do know it's delicious. Yeah, we never did question what in the world is a Moglin Berry, do we? So now that we are in a more comfortable, if a bit cramped setting, I'd like to get a better understanding of your situation. I promised answers, you shall have them. It's the least we could do. Ask away, friend. Yeah, what they said. I will share what I can. First things first, who exactly is Wargoth? What are we dealing with here? Wargoth, as Nereus briefly explained earlier, is an infernal being who invaded our home planet of Somora. In the distant past, our people used to travel between planets with our rifts. It was easy for us, we could dance through space and no world was beyond our reach. But then he came, Wargoth. Following the trail of magic left behind by our rifts, he hunted us down. The stories say he burned the power right out of us. We were trapped on sunless Somora. Some of us can still use rifts though with enough training and talent, but nothing like the old tales. Wargoth lorded over Somora, forced our people into the shadows, into darkness. The songs sing of decisions made in the name of survival, of those who failed to allow others to escape. But our salvation came in the form of Wargoth's very own son. With his help, we resisted. We overthrew Wargoth and ended our enslavement. But then with his father deposed, the son left, and we were left behind, left in a world of darkness. And now after so long, the light causes us to burn. A harsh discovery. After generations passed and we recovered some semblance of our former power, the Riftwalkers were quick to discover that any planet they managed to reach was now inhospitable. Better to stay on Somora, where we are now comfortable, than to risk looking to the stars. We were at peace. Then he returned. Wargoth, the staff of nightmares, appeared once more before the Attila. And this time there was no sun to save us. We had no choice but to escape, had to try and get away. So, I wonder if the Wargoth they are talking of from the past is the same as the Wargoth that we have now, because Wargoth, as you guys know, currently is a split from Warlick and the between like he resulted from a split from Warlick, so it became Wargoth and the Professor. So previously, was Wargoth still a thing? Did Warlick lost control of his magic once before this, or like, is it somebody that's completely different and they just mistook him as the old Wargoth? Our Emperor's ordered us to flee, like or no. There was no hope left for Somora. With help from a stranger from your world, the Professor, we Riftwalkers opened rifts and ushered our people through, holding them open as long as we could. We were followed, and those we left behind. Oh. And this is the chicken cow animation be used, by the way. I should have stayed. I should have helped fight. I could have. No, Elzine. The songs don't sing of this new power. He reaches in and pulls the reins on the fire within, and then you see nothing but flames. I'm stronger than this. This is only the beginning. We can only apologize for bringing our conflict to your world. We'll do all in our power to help you defend your home. If the worst should occur, we'll do what we can to help your people flee as well. I'm sorry for what happened to your home planet, but that's not going to happen to Law, not while Destroyer and I are here. We've saved the world before and we'll do it again, isn't that right? I eat fire for breakfast. Look at all the crumbs around his face. But then again, they did show up uninvited, and had it been anywhere else, I don't know, would the local people be so willing to help? Like, they are escaping from some planet destroying god, okay, and they just turn up uninvited at your doorstep. So your planet is pretty much screwed, you know, if your planet can't defend itself. Like, I get that they don't have a choice, but it's like, we don't have a choice either, because they just decided to pop up at our doorstep and, you know, hey, we need to seek refuge here. And we don't really have a choice but to take them in. Alright, now we have to defend ourselves from this freaking Wargolf guy. I'm curious though about this stranger from law who helped you. He was known to us only as the Professor. I'm afraid he disappeared shortly after the first rifts were stabilized. Another mystery then. Layla, do you know where and when Wargolf might try to attack next? I remember, he was after Atreya. He wanted to destroy everything. Atreya, that's the city that appeared in the Sand Sea. That's where I was headed before I ran into all of you. Seems like it's still our next destination. In the meantime, let's get some rest. It's been a long night and we'll need our energy to make the journey to the Sand Sea. You're a hero among heroes, Korban. Thank you. Your assistance is more than we could ask for. Now that I've seen the way you fight, I can't deny that you'll be helpful. Indeed, we're lucky to have met you, Korban. Alright. There we go. There's also an update to the Virtuoso Epoch and Underworld Epoch class. So let's go and talk about it. Okay. Dagio. Okay, solo Dagio. Let's go and bring that over. Let's go ahead and test it out. And most of it were buffs to the class, which is really nice. I'm really happy that they decided to do this. Obviously, you want to, you know, make stuff more powerful so that more people will be inclined to buy your calendars, right? So let's go ahead and take a full look at the design notes. Alright, and I'll go through all of them. Brief Respite. Alright, so another thing, before I go through the class, we have new catalyst and cosmetic items available. The prototype Snuggle Mag helm unlocks the Snuggle Bag and Snuggle Mag color custom options for the student class. Okay, so where do you get that? Shops? Catalyst? Prototype Snuggle Mag helm. Okay, 500 DCs. Am I gonna buy, I don't know, student is like a useless class, 500 DCs, I'll think about it, alright. A bit low on DCs currently, maybe if they do another sale. We also have some new cosmetic items that match the recent Virtuoso Epoch release. Finally, these will be available from the Time Shop and the Customization Shop from Cicero's Superstore of Savings. So let's head over to Cicero's Superstore of Savings. Time Shop, Chronos, okay, Time Shop. Right, let's take a look. Let me see here. How am I supposed to... Virtuoso's Cadence Caliber. Okay, 300 DCs. This one, very nice looking weapon. Like a solid 10 out of 10. I love the art of this weapon. Okay, what else do we have? You get a head as well, right? Yeah, Virtuoso's Resonance Plate Guard. Alright, this one is standard head, but I love the face on this. I love that they did the Raven style mask or helmet of sorts here. Very cool. This gets a 10 out of 10 as well, purely because of the Raven here. Otherwise, I don't think the hat on its own look great on a normal character. So yeah, the Raven mask here really sells it very well for me. So these two, I will most definitely be picking up, I think, off camera. Oh wait, there's a pet too? Is that a pet or is that a cloak? Maybe that's a cape. Oh, Virtuoso's Chorus Corvus. Oh, okay. So it's a back item. And you can see it's just a pet. Like this one, kind of meh, and it does cost 100 DCs more than the other two. But again, this is animated, so plus points for that. Not really my favorite. I'm only going to give this 5 out of 10. Alright. And then speaking of Virtuoso Epoch, now let's go and test out that class. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the music first, so I don't get hit with that stupid copyright. So let's head over to my house. Green screen. Alright. So let's see what changed with Virtuoso Epoch. I read through the design notes briefly before this, and I have to say they're all buffs, which is really good. The primary goal of this update is to make the debuffs from double turns a bit more interactive, while also simplifying the system a bit. Underworld's core/song is now a permanent effect. Instead of rotating between the 3 debuff types, all debuffs will increment each turn now. The debuff amount per turn has been decreased from -1 or -1 boost and -2 avoidance down from 336. Okay, unfortunately it is all permanent, so you're getting all the debuffs now, which is not really great, but at the same time you are also what do you call it? The debuffs have also been significantly reduced, which is nice. They've been divided by 3, or yeah, so that's actually overall I would say it's a buff. And look at this new UI that they did for Virtuoso Epoch. Super duper cool. Really love it. Alright, and then you can see final now consumes all momentum, minimum 3. For each momentum consumed, the attack will deal 33% more base damage. So if you, how much momentum can you stack in this? I kind of forgot. Okay, so we don't have time shift yet. That's why you can't see the debuffs. Buff everything. Okay, and then I guess you can do Hex. Ultra. Adagio solo drags you along, sapping your stats. Attack once again. So you can see here. Now we get Underworld Song. -1 or -1 boost, -2 avoidance. And because it's permanent, okay, it's going to stack up every time I use it, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's do Hex. I'm just gonna do Ultra Hex. What the heck? Okay, so every time I use that double turn, I'm going to get a debuff, but I don't think it's a big deal because max in a boss battle, maybe you get like, I don't know, 15 turns? And this class is bursty, guys. Plus you're getting double turns. So I would say about 15 to 20 turns max. -20 all is pretty huge. -20 boost is still okay. -40 avoidance, I guess that's kind of big as well. But by that time, I think the enemy would have been likely to be dead already. And does time shift purge it? I can't remember. Okay, but anyways, okay, so extra 33% more base damage, and you can carry a grand total of 9 momentum. So 6 times 33, that's like, I don't know, I think it's over 200%. I can't math. But yeah, over 200% base damage to your final skill. So that should be really, really powerful. Alright, and using final at 9 momentum will reduce your stacks by a whopping 9. Final now always grants 60 defense, plus 10 all and -20 health, rather than a variable amount. So it does make it a little bit less interesting in my opinion, but this is a good buff, so no complaints there. Time shift now purges effects before healing and no longer purges the death note buff effect. So that's good. It doesn't purge your own buff. That's really great. So what you can do is you can go ahead and final, and for 450% total damage. Okay, I think these should be the updated numbers. 450% is no joke, guys. Let's see. Woo, look at that damage. And look at the buffs here. So Underworld Song, okay, because you use that, okay, it is completely purged now. So we can use that to go ahead and purge your debuffs. If you know a huge nuke is coming up, you can go ahead and nuke the enemy first and give yourself these buffs. Then once you survive the nuke and whatnot, you can go ahead and use time shift to heal, to get back everything and heal back your, what do you call it, and go back into your nuke rotation. So this is a little tip or trick that you guys can use for this class. Okay, you can go ahead and final to nuke the enemy, clean yourself of all your debuffs so that you know you don't get hit for big damage. And then after the enemy's nuke, you can go ahead and use time shift to heal back the damage from you took from the nuke, as well as filling your momentum bar again, so you can keep on piling on the damage. So this is a very high damaging, really good bossing class, and I think it's fantastic. Also, they said that they want to go ahead and change the finals animation, which is perfect in my opinion. There were some people in my previous video when I showcased this class, they said that they would preferred this animation because some of them don't have the Underworld Epoch, so they kind of want this animation. But personally, I still feel that it's better that they change the animation, because this animation doesn't fit in with the whole theme of Virtuoso Epoch. So something to give us a theme that fits would look a lot nicer in my opinion. And on-demand specials have also received an adjustment. Changing to a different on-demand special will now always use the new special's charge time rather than the longer of the two. This means you can more effectively use a special with a long cooldown and swap the special with a shorter cooldown. This is a buff to all specials, which is fantastic in my opinion. Okay, it can be a buff or a nerf depending on how you look at it, but if you're using a, what do you call it, a special with a longer cooldown, then use a special with a shorter cooldown, it's a buff. If you do it the other way around, then it's a nerf. But I think this is better personally, because the more powerful specials are usually the ones that you want to get off first, and the other also the ones with longer cooldown. So this is overall a buff in my opinion. However, when swapping to a different special, the new initial, okay, typo here, charge time is not affected by luck. Luck will only affect recharging the same special without swapping an initial charge time at the start of battle. And number of other fixes, visual bug, make combat attacks will no longer interrupt combo attacks. Number of epoch tooltip and effect descriptions have been fixed. Retro based classes now have updated tooltips. Alright, awesome. Student also has updated tooltips. So Verly is currently recovering from COVID, so get well soon, Verly. And yeah, if you guys are wondering if you should get the 2024 calendar for the Virtuoso Epoch class in DragonFable, to that my answer will be a yes if you don't already own the Underworld Epoch. If you already own the Underworld Epoch, I don't think there's a super strong reason to get it. Okay, because Underworld Epoch is getting all of these buffs from Virtuoso Epoch as well. They're basically the same class with a slightly different look and a slightly different final animation once that is done. So yeah, that's my review on the class. If you guys would like to see a full class breakdown where the class ranks with regards to the other classes inside of the game, feel free to go and check out my DragonFable class tier list. I'll link that document in the description down below. But like I said, this class is mainly meant to be a bossing class, so don't expect it to be fantastic for questing or like anything else like warring. Alright, that being said, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to this channel if you guys would like to see more of such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Peace out.